What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. The Sun, among others, are reporting that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel fears the United Kingdom becoming a major competitor to the European Union once we leave, alongside China and the US. Now, we already knew this would happen, but we do not fear it, of course. We rejoice in the possibility Brexit will bring us new investment and global opportunities that was only a pipe dream as part of the EU. This, of course, absolutely destroys the Ramona's claims that Brexit will be the end of the UK as an economic powerhouse. We all knew this was nonsense, but it seems that even Merkel fears what we are all looking forward to. So let's check out what she had to say, because if she doesn't like it, it means it's going to be good news for us. Now first I'll play the video of her speech and then we'll go over the article.
Ich glaube, ein Schwerpunkt wird in der Tat das Thema Klimaschutz und die Klimaherausforderungen sein, aber genauso eben die Handelsfragen, die Forschungsfragen, die künstliche Intelligenz und Fragen auch der gemeinsamen Verteidigungsprojekte, die vor uns liegen. Und wir werden dies alles in dem Geist tun, dass mit dem Ausscheiden Großbritanniens uns natürlich auch potenziell ein Wettbewerber erwächst. Das heißt, neben China, den Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika, dann auch Großbritannien muss Europa zeigen, was in der Europäischen Union steckt.
Angela Merkel feels Britain will become a major economic competitor to the EU like the US and China after Brexit. The German Chancellor warned the UK will be able to do battle with the bloc for a slice of global trade once it has left. Speaking after a dinner with Emmanuel Macron, she called for closer commercial cooperation between Paris and Berlin in response. She said France and Germany must work together more on trade, environmental standards and artificial intelligence to protect their interests. Mrs Merkel said, "We will do all this in the knowledge that with the departure of Britain, a potential competitor will of course emerge for us. This is to say, in addition to China and the US, there will be Britain as well." Of course there will be Britain as well, Merkel. Why are you only coming out with this now? Surely you've known about this for years. As soon as we said there's a referendum, you must have known. Clearly we all knew. We voted to leave. Her remarks come amid growing unease in Brussels about Boris Johnson's insistence that the UK will break free from EU rules after Brexit. The PM has demanded that so-called level playing field provisions agreed by Theresa May are stripped out of the blueprint for a future deal. Now we'll read over what the Sun says after we finish the article. He is gunning for a best-in-class FTA, free trade agreement, rather than the close partnership based on a customs union sought by his predecessor. But at a meeting of EU ambassadors this week, a number of member states raised fears that that could lead to a Singapore-on-Thames on their doorstep. The fear that British business would be able to undercut continental ones if the UK adopts lower labour and environmental standards after Brexit. So where's all these Ramonas at saying that businesses were going to fail after Brexit? Businesses will be able to undercut continental competitors, meaning they will be able to make more money, get more contracts. You know, that's a good thing. Not Project Yellow Snow, not what we've been hearing for the past few months and years, is it? Now, the Sun says, a hearty Sun welcome to Angela Merkel as she joins those of us certain that Britain will thrive outside of the EU. Just mocking her now. A potential competitor will emerge for us, says the German leader. In addition to China and the United States of America, there will be Great Britain. Emphasis on the fucking great, love. Make sure you remember that. For 3 years, Remain diehards have insisted we are a puny backwater doomed without the might of Brussels to cling to. But even the EU doesn't believe it. Quite the reverse. Merkel has exposed their greatest fear, that Brexit will work. In spades, that, lower taxes and new trade deals impossible to negotiate as a 28-member bloc could rapidly make us richer and more attractive to investors than they are. That lies behind the EU's relentless campaign via its Westminster proxies to thwart Brexit. They can't afford for it to succeed. Nor, if they're honest, can those Remain saboteurs in Parliament. No, they'll be out on their ear soon enough, don't you worry about that. Not only would they have lost the referendum, they would have been proven wrong and their ego would never recover, along with their ability to stand as MPs, because they're going to be out on their ear at the next election. You better believe it. I mean, let's be honest though, guys. Germany is due to enter recession at any time, so the fact Merkel fears an independent and free Great Britain should be a surprise to absolutely no one. Only Ramonas who hate the yellow snow are going to be shocked by this. We know Britain will prosper outside the EU SSR. Foreign investment in the UK has grown since the referendum, along with jobs. So the evidence is already there to see that outside of the EU, once all this nonsense is done, we can be a much stronger nation, both financially and politically. I have to say, the only way this could be achieved is by either a free trade agreement only or a 100% clean break Brexit. The treaties they want us to sign and future relationship declarations are just ways to keep us in the EU, but give us the illusion of leaving. At the end of the day, Merkel is dropping logs in her drawers at the prospect of a British powerhouse on their doorstep. So we know we are on the right track, guys. It's about time these EU shitweasels started realising they are dealing with Great fucking Britain, not some third world tin pot nation state. Germany's own MEPs have been calling out Merkel in the EU Parliament for her disgraceful tactics when it comes to negotiating with the EU in regards to Brexit. So it's not just us Brits who think she's scum, her own citizens, or at least some of them think she's a cunt also. Hopefully, Germany can be rid of her soon and start sorting its shit out. Refusing to pay the EU would be a good start, I'm sure, along with the migrant crisis, of course. Well, I'm going to end the video there, guys. I want to thank the channel's PayPal, Patreon and Subscribe Star members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you lot think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next one.
Parliament is a dead parliament. It should no longer sit. It has no moral right to sit on these green benches. They don't like the truth. Twice they have been asked to let the electorate decide upon whether they should continue to sit in their seats, while they block 17.4 million people's votes. This Parliament is a disgrace, but they're too cowardly to give it a go. But the time is coming. The time is coming, Mr. Speaker, when even these turkeys won't be able to prevent Christmas.
And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.